Hey guys, welcome to the video number 368. My name is Ajay, and in this video we're going to talk about three very important things about the charts. One is to inverse, how to inverse the series, and then the second is to change the position of the items as per your choice. And the third one, which I would like to tell you, is that if you have a problem in making the chart because of the headers, the type of the headers on the your x-axis is actually a number, then how you can overcome that. Well, I'll talk about this, then it will make a lot of sense, right? So if you're watching the channel for the first time, guys, these all videos are dedicated for those who want to learn Excel, VBA, Access and Access VBA. You can go to the channel and you can click on this playlist, and you will find here 42 different categories, the 42 different playlists dedicated to all those who want to learn the Excel, or maybe who want to master the Excel, or Excel VBA, Access VBA. Many of you have asked me in the past that want to learn they want to start the Excel VBA. So this is the series which I have written here in front of you. Okay, you can follow the series: VBA introduction, VBA loops, selection loops, workbook and sheet handling, arrays function, input and message box, file handling, user form, events, charts and pivots, connecting Outlook, connecting PowerPoint, Access and interview. So these are the 15 playlists which you can watch in this sequence, and I'm sure after watching that you will be pretty awesome in the Excel VBA. Any questions, you can always leave your comments on the channel, right? So let's come back to the charts now. I wanted to tell you this because some of you have asked me in the past, and you guys keep coming again with the same question, so I'm trying to answer this question in my almost every video. So guys, now the first thing which I want to tell you is that now this is a chart where you have the 2001, 2002, 2003 and 2004 some business, the turnover, right? Let's say some business has been done by these companies in these years. We actually want to make a chart of this. Now you know that it is very easy to create the chart. So what I will do, I'll simply go to the insert and create the chart. Now this video will not talk about the basics of the chart. For that you can go ahead and watch the Excel the charts and the pivots. I talked about how to create the charts from the scratch, right? This is not going to be a video on the charts, but we will learn some special things about the charts. So when you select the data, now what happens, you see that I'm going to select the data, selected the data and press OK, and I click on the OK. Okay, you see that if you what is wrong with this chart? What is wrong with this chart, right? You can pause the video and you can think, and then you can replay this video if you are able to capture it, right? So the first thing which is wrong in this is that your y-axis is going 2500, which is very wrong, and it can happen with you. It might have happened with you, right? So if you're not able to find out the solution so far, then I'm going to tell you what exactly is wrong with this. Okay, when we do not know the solution, so what we do is we keep on trying again and again, right? You can rectify the issue right over here. Now the point is because your numbers, your charts actually, the series which you have created, they are in the numbers. Unfortunately your headers are also in number. So what happens when you create the chart, your Excel chart is unable to recognize that these are only actually the headers, and they should not be part of these legends, right? So what happened, captured your 2004 and it created a series to the 2500 in order to have these values, and as a result the rest of the values which are very short in number get here, which you can't see here. So ideally your chart should have stopped by somewhere around 100, okay, because this is the maximum number I can see in this chart, 87. So what is the problem with this? Because these are the numbers. If these are the numbers, and these are also the numbers, right? So chart is confused with while creating this series. So what you can do is, I'll delete the chart, and then first of all you got to convert these 2001. Well, maybe you can write then year 2001, this will make it a text. But let's say if you don't want to do that, then what you will do, you just put the apostrophe here in front of every number. So I'm going to put it, because when you're going to put the apostrophe here, like I'm doing in the formula bar, what will happen, your numbers will not be a number. Your numbers will be stored in the Excel as a text, right? Or you can write year as well, that is also fine. Now we have done that, and I'm going to create the chart. Now what will happen, your chart will not be confused actually. So if I just go ahead and create the chart of this, I select the data. Again, I'm selecting the same data in front of you, but this time 2001, 2002 and 2003 and 2004, they are not actually going to be considered as numbers. Let us see. Well, I click OK, and it seems pretty fine to me. And yes, there we go. Now you can see that the chart is created and it looks very nice, and you can see here the series is also perfect. It is going up till 100, right? So if I just, for example, if I just change this to 110, what will happen, this should again be increased to 120. So it is working perfect, right? So this looks very nice, right? Now obviously when you select the chart, you click on the plus and you should have the legends as well. So I'm going to create the legends because right now this chart is not looking good because you do not know what exactly it is trying to show, right? For example, XYZ, so these bars are for what? We call them series, right? So if you hover, then you would understand that this is 2002, and if you hover here, you would see that this is series 2003 for the company XYZ. But you know, it's not easy to hover on every actually the bar. What we can do, we can on the legends, right? Now this is how you on the legends, and you click here on the arrow sign, click on the bottom. Now I'm using the Excel 2016, guys. If you're using any lower version, you may not see this plus sign which comes here. This is something additional thing which they have done. They have customized the chart 2016. So I see the plus sign, but in your case, if you're using any lower version, you won't see that. No worries. What you can do is here you will have, you select the chart, under the chart tools you will see the option called layout. You got to click on that layout, and when you click on the layout here, you would see those all the options which I'm trying to show you here. Access title, chart title, data label, data table, label, error bars, grid line. There is everything there, right? So that is going to be there. Anyways, this video is not about the, you know, how to make the chart, so I really not go into the depth of that. There is already video uploaded on the set under the playlist Excel charts and the pivots. You can go ahead and watch that. Now what I'm trying to do is, now what is the second thing which you would like to do? The first thing we learned how to convert the numbers, you know, if they are coming in your title, and Excel may get confused. Now the another thing which I actually want to do is, you see that I have here 2001, 2002, 2003 and 2004. If I just click on the select data and I go here, you see here that the legends actually are coming like this: 2001 and 2 and 3 and 4, and this is how the colors are also coming. What if you want to show first the 2004 and then 2003 and then 2 and 1? This way you want, right? Now you know this 2001 refers to this color. So what you can do is you can change the sequence. You click here and you put it on the top, move up. I'm gonna move it up, and you see that the chart is actually changing, guys. This is very pretty cool option, right? Many of the users, they don't know about it. Similarly, you can move the 2003 further, and then you just you know, keep it the next to the 2004. Then I'm gonna click on the 2002 and I'm gonna move it up, and there we go. So we have 2001, 2002, 2003 and 2004, and now your, you know, the chart looks the proper descending order. So this way you can, you know, also prioritize your these legends, these series. Okay, this is the second thing I wanted to tell you. Hope you are enjoying this series. This second tip. Now what is another thing I want to tell you? Now suppose this is a company and these are the ranks. Okay, so if I go ahead and insert the chart of this, for example, I click here, you see that I got the ranking. Okay, now guys, what happens, now in one of my class actually also, you know, one of my students actually asked me this. Otherwise I was also not aware about this option, so that's a good learning for me. So I thought, why not to share it, you know, with you all. Now you see that the chart looks pretty cool to me. Everything looks good. You have the XYZ and the companies and their ranking is coming, right? It looks great, and we know that basically my fund folio has got the lowest ranking. But guys, the point is, as I said, that if you look at the chart, it looks like the my fund folio has the lowest ranking, but it is not, because it has got the ranking 6. So when we talk about the rank, it should actually show on the top, isn't it? So if you look at the number, if you look at this ranking chart, somebody would say that the beta tower actually is looking perfect. It has got the highest ranking. It is wrong, absolutely wrong, right? So in that case, you can reverse the order. Ideally, your my fund folio should, you know, be the biggest bar here in this actually, you know, graph. So what you can do is, you don't have to do any designing in your database. You simply you know, select this this particular thing, your y-axis, where you have all these numbers coming. You right click on that, you go to the format axis. When you click on the format axis, this window would come. If you're using the Excel 2016, fine. If you're not, then you would see it in a different way, right? The formatting, I mean the color, everything would be different, but the concept remains same. You just go to the axis option here, and then what you need to do is you need to click on the maximum axis value. When you click on the maximum axis value, it looks like in this order, you know, it's like really inverted. is showing in the downward direction, right? In the reverse, in fact, I would say the direction, right? So right there, once you click on the maximum axis value, what you need to do, you need to click on the values in the reverse order. So both these options should be checked. Okay, now if you look at the chart, this chart actually shows, now what it shows, it shows my fund folio actually is on the top. Now what you can do is you can simply remove this also, just in order to avoid the confusion, right? So somebody look at this chart, they can see that my fund folio is on the top, it's going very good. Or maybe you can do one thing, you can also go and you can show the data label, that's also fine, right? I think this is also a pretty good option, and in fact you can also show it in the maybe inside base like this. Okay, and I think that way also should work. And of course you can change these numbers to the white, you can change the font, select this and click on this white font, and if I click on the white font, it will have the ranking here, right? So I should change this to 30, not the 33, maybe I should change this to 6 because 33 is already there. 6 is also already there, so I'm gonna write it 11. Okay, yeah, like this, right? So now somebody is looking at your chart, they can see that, all right, so this is how the ranking system go. Okay, so again I'm repeating, if you don't if you're not happy with this your data labels, you can click here and you can maybe them in the center, you can put them in the inside end, inside base, all the options are available. I would prefer to keep them on the outside mode. Okay, maybe outside also looks nice. Well, that's, I mean, all the options are in front of you, so you can choose whatever you want to, right? And I have removed the y-axis also, because I don't need the y-axis if I have these numbers here. But the important point is, you see that how we actually change the order, right? You don't have to do any mathematics, the option is already there, available there in the chart, right? You just need to click on this axis, the axis which I removed, right now I can't see that, so that doesn't mean I can't select that. I can go to the format under the chart tool option and I can select here. From here, I can select my horizontal, for example this is the horizontal axis, so I don't see the vertical axis. All right, not a problem, I click on the plus sign and I click here on this arrow and I can have this again, the primary vertical axis back. We just want to show it. Okay, so this is what we did actually. When you created the chart, you selected the y-axis, you click on the format axis, and then here you clicked on the maximum axis value, and then value in the reverse order. This is actually what you have done. Let me just undo it. Okay, this is how chart looks like, the perfect chart, because now the ranking is coming in the correct order, right? So 3 things we learned. We learned how you can prioritize your the series, the legends, and you can change their order if you want to show them in the increasing or descending order, whatever, ascending, descending, because chart by default will create the series according to the data, right? So without changing the data, you can go to the select data and you can click that up arrow. And if you have a problem, the second thing is, if you have a problem in the data, if you have a data in the numbers and this is also in the numbers, your title is also in the numbers, then you can first convert these titles into the text, right? Because legends, the series generally remains in numbers only, right? You create these numbers always on the y-axis. So that was the thing, and so that's it. I think all about 3 things we learned today. I hope you will use it and you will find them very useful. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, and you can leave your comment as well, and I will be discussing more things in the coming videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful learning.